Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Cinnamon Stitches. I am your yarn host Jennifer. Today is going to be a quick video. I was going to put it in yesterday's video, but that video was getting kind of long, so I decided to put it into a different video because I wanted to talk about my spinning, and like spinning is usually like its own video because not everybody is interested in spinning. Now I would show you my beautiful spinning wheel because it's normally right here, but it's actually in the living room because I've been using it. I spun up yarn, but I spun up yarn that actually has memories for me because this yarn all is from a location. It's a souvenir yarn, if you will. Now this first one I spun, I'm actually going to hank these up later today. This first one I spun is glittery and sparkly. I bought this in Alabama at, I can't remember the name of the store. The store in Huntsville, Alabama that I made a video on. Let's see if I can look it up. Yarn, Huntsville, Alabama. Fiber artwork. Who was that from? Alright, I'll deal with it later. Anyway, so this was 2 balls of fluff that I bought off of her wall. If you look up Cinnamon Stitches and Fiber Artwork, there is a video where I show this fluff, and this is actually the second I bought. Here it is. I think this is it. This is the first one that I spun from her fluff. See how it's blue and sparkly? Isn't that beautiful? So I bought the fluff the first day and I spun it. And then I had 2 more balls of fluff, and these actually could probably be applied together. I'm gonna be real honest because I think this one is pretty close to the same as this, except this one had red in it. So this is a self-striping yarn. I know it looks like half is blue and half is silver, but it's not. So it actually goes, I broke the fluff up. For those of you that don't know, this is fluff, okay? The fluff is like this. So I took and I just broke it up into thinner strips like this. Okay? And I would do a whole strip of the blue, a whole strip of the gray, a whole strip of the blue, a whole strip of the gray. So it's actually a self-striping yarn. It's not going to look like this at all. This is just a solid. This was blues and greens that I spun up. So this one's actually going to go a shade of blue, a shade of silver, a shade of blue, a shade of silver, a shade of blue, etc., etc. I think there's going to be like 4 or 5 stripes of the blue and then 4 or 5 stripes of the silver. But the way it's on here, it's still going to be beautiful. Part of it, like I said, has red in it, which looks more pink. See, there's some there, and then there's some here. So underneath there's reds and pinks and stuff. It's beautiful. That's my Alabama. That's my Alabama yarn. And then these, both of these, came from one of these bags. I bought this at the Maryland Sheep and Wool Festival, and this is from Angel Lock Fiberworks, and this is just the roving. So she creates these by I have a bunch of these. She creates these. She adds colors together to make a specific colorway. But depending on how you spin these, no 2 bats are going to look the same when you turn them into yarn. And so see how this one has really dark on the outside and then in the inside is like slime green. The one that I had here, this is actually Blueface Leicester and Merino, which is 2 types of sheep. And this one is odds and ends. So this one was... This roving can consist of any fiber. It is a mystery in every bag. If you're looking for something different, this roving is for you. If you have allergies to certain fibers, this is not for you. This is our attempt to not waste any fiber. So what they do is they create something that looks just like this, but with bits and bobs that are left over from, maybe they had some fiber left over that didn't fit in one of these, or etc., right? The fibers are mixed. You have no idea what the fibers are. And this one in particular, the outer part was lots of shades of blue and the inner part were shades of pink and silver. And you see some of the blue actually ended up on this one. So what I did is I split the ball. I took the center out, and actually I separated it into a whole bunch of little pieces. So I would pull off, I don't know, enough to wrap it around my hand like 5 times, and then I broke it. And then I kept doing that. And by doing that, it separated them into shades of blue or shades of pink, with the exception of the beginning of this skein, because it was blue and pink, and there was a lot of pink, but it felt like it was too much pink to go into this one. And now that I'm looking at it, it should have went on this one. So this one starts off blue, but most of it is pinks and grays. I'm calling this colorway, it's Midnight Cinderella, because that's a Garth Brooks song that I really like. And that's what I kept thinking of the whole time I was spinning this, because it is shades of blue with bits of pink. And I know it's really hard to see, there's pink in there. And it just reminded me of Cinderella going to the ball at midnight. And again, this one is going to be self-striping. Actually, no, this one's probably going to be more like a gradient, because the outside of the ball was like these shades, and towards the center it was moving more towards the grays and the pinks. So it's actually like a self-gradient, because I shaded it, so I used the darker colors to the lighter, and I did the same thing with this ball. So I started with the darker blues, and then it's turned into more grays, which are underneath here. And then eventually it became like more pinks and lighter colors. So these are gradients. It's going to fade from dark to light when you knit with them or crochet with them. But I really, really enjoyed working on these. I really enjoyed spinning these up. And they are not even. They're thick, thin. This is the end, so ignore that part. They're thick, thin. Parts of it look more like a DK, parts of it are more like a fingering. I don't care. I think it's going to be pretty. I'm going to cake these up today, or not, I'm going to hank them up. I'm going to turn them into one of these, and then I'm going to wash them and set the yarn. And I just wanted to show you what I've been spinning, because I haven't spun, I don't think I've spun since before we left for Alabama, so it's been like a month since I have spun anything, and I was really missing it a lot. And I'm like, I'm just going to sit and spin. And I did. I sat in front of the TV, I turned on a movie, and I just spun. I spun until I was done. I think I spun this one in about an hour and a half. And then, I don't remember how long it took me to do these, but, yeah. The 2 of these are 4 ounces together. And I actually could probably ply these together and it would still be beautiful. But I don't know what exactly I'm going to do just yet. Yeah, it's 4 ounces. Whereas this, I don't even know what this ounce was. I'm going to say this was probably 2 ounces. So I think each ball of fluff was about an ounce. And then I really want to turn this into something Halloween-y, because I think this would be beautiful for Halloween. It's got a lot of Halloween colors to it. And what I noticed is with this one, because these are from the same bag, you absolutely could feel the difference in some of the fibers. So with the blue specifically, I think it was the blue. Oh, look, let me peek that up under there. See how it's so pretty? The blue was shorter fibers than the other colors. So when I was drafting, I think it was one of these colors. I don't remember. One of them. When I was drafting, so when I'm pulling the yarn like this, you could feel that one of the colors was shorter. I think it was the blue, was shorter fibers. And so if you weren't careful, you weren't going to grab the blue at all. because the longer fibers of the other colors were pulling and drafting out longer. So what I had to do is do shorter. So when you're drafting it, you're spinning, the spinning wheel's spinning, the fluff is in your hand, and you draft it and you pull it like this so that it's thinner. Okay, and that determines how thick the yarn is going to spin up. Okay, and if you pull it too thick, it'll be real thick. If you pull it too thin, it will break. So there's a delicate balance on pulling it and how long the fibers are. So these fibers are about, it's about 1.5 inches. Depending on how long those fibers are, depends on how far you can pull that before it pulls apart. So if they're shorter fibers, you can only pull a little bit at a time while it's spinning. Longer fibers, like the acrylic I was spinning, I had like 2-inch staple length, so I was really like long pulling that one. This was like, some is thin, some is short, some is long, and so I was having to like get a delicate balance of how long I could pull it before it was missing. And what was happening is the blue was balling up in my hand and the other longer fibers were pulling through, so I would have to like smooth everything out and then make sure I was grabbing all of the fibers together. So it was a little bit more difficult, but I really love the way that turned out. I can't wait to show you guys that in hank form. And today that's my goal, is I'm going to put those on my Lazy Kate and I'm going to put them in a hank. And if I can, I will put pictures in this video. If not, I will post them on my Instagram, because that's generally where I post my pictures. But I just wanted to share with you what I was doing in the spinning realm of my life. Since Monday I showed you all of my makes. I'm just getting ready because now I need to do the fun part of editing the videos. I need to charge all my batteries because they're dead. And I'm going to go eat a small lunch. Juju went to the grocery store and got me a little cheese tray, because cheese is gluten-free and it's low sugar. And yeah, that is done. And then there we go. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna put those into, I have so much beautiful fiber that I just want to spin. I'm really trying to go through and like, there's so many things on my desk right now. Like, I got new fluff for my birthday. I got new fluff for my birthday. I got new fluff for my birthday. But also, I have some really beautiful fluff like back there. I want to work with this. I want to work with this one. This is going to be a gradient. Isn't that beautiful? Right? Look at that. It's so pretty. And this one, not only could I make it a gradient, but I could make it a fractal. I don't know. Just, I have such beautiful fiber to play with. So I need to get these off the bobbins so that I can actually work with those. I actually told Mr. Cinnamon I was looking at buying a bigger flywheel so that I could put bigger bobbins on there so I could spin more at one time. And they're expensive, so that might be like a Christmas present for myself or something later in the year, because that ain't gonna happen anytime soon. But that's on my list of things to do in the future. And we were watching a video the other day about the electric e-wheels, and I told Mr. Cinnamon, because he was like, those are really cool. I was like, yeah, but I like spinning on my spinning wheel. I like the movement of my foot. I like the feeling. I like the noise that the spinning wheel makes. It's a real gentle, like a rocking chair noise, and it's just, I just like that. I don't want an e-wheel. The e-wheels are electric and they're cool and they probably make fast work, but I'm really good right now with my beautiful spindles. I have 3 of them now, and my spinning wheel. It makes me so happy. But I would like bigger bobbins, and to buy bigger bobbins, you need to get a bigger flywheel. And yeah, that's on my Christmas list. I already told him, I was like, that's on my Christmas list. And then I asked him if he would make me a Lazy Kate that sits on the floor. And a Lazy Kate is just something that these sit on so they spin freely. So you can take them off that and put them either ply them together, which is holding them together and twisting them, or put them on my umbrella Swift so that I can turn them into a hank. I would like, because my spinning wheel has a lazy Kate on it, but I would like one that sits on the floor, you know, so I don't have to bring the spinning wheel to do that. But yeah. So with that, I'm gonna let you guys go. I know this was a short video, and I was just really showing you my spinning, but I'm really happy with my spinning journey, and I'm really happy with what I've created, and I really like sharing that with you. And I've inspired a lot of people to pick up a drop spindle and try to spin, and I'm so proud of every one of you that has tried that and succeeded at it. And I've got lots of pictures of people that have spun fluff that look very much like my first fluff, and I'm so proud of you for doing that, because it is so beautiful and it is an art. And while it may not be perfect, it doesn't have to be. I mean, it still will turn into a hat, or you can turn it into something, okay? You can. Doesn't have to be perfect. Does not have to be even. It does not have to meet all of the guild requirements. If you enjoyed making it, if you had fun making it, and your final product is something that you're proud of, that's all that matters. And with that, I will let you go, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys. Hello, everyone. I came back on. Little man's popping around in the background. Hurry up. I hanked up. I haven't washed or stretched any of these, so they're still kind of kinky, but this is them in hank form. I just wanted to show you guys because, oh my god, they're pretty. They're so pretty. They make me happy. Okay, so this is the pink gray one with that little bit of blue in there. I think the blue, now that I see it hanged up, kind of blends in with the gray. And let me put my glasses on because my vision is so blurry right now. I think it's so pretty. Like I said, this will not be as kinked up once I wash it, because it's like trying to, like, here, watch. This is what happens when you first spin it. It wants to kink up on itself. Watch. When really, it's like a girl with curly hair. You need to stretch your curls out. Lucas, please go in the other room. So see how the gray kind of blends into the blue? Bye. It smells so good already, and I ain't even washed it. So I'm going to wash it and stretch it, and a lot of those curlicues will come out. But yeah, the blue and the pink is so pretty with the gray in there. Yeah, I'm really happy with the way that turned out. They still need to be washed and thwacked, which is literally just washing them and whacking them on stuff. And it'll put, look at how pretty that is. Oh, boop. And yes, I overspin my yarn a little bit. I'm still new at this. I'm still learning. So that's the pink and gray with that little touch of blue. I ain't mad at that blue. I was mad at that blue. I was mad at that blue when it was on the bobbin. Not anymore. I know you guys thought the video was over. Here we come again. That is just so pretty. That is a little worse for wear. Look at it. Isn't that pretty? She'll look better when she's washed, but I really like the way that blue came out now. This is the It's Midnight Cinderella one. See, I told you there was a lot more red in there that you couldn't see. And yeah, I ain't mad at this one either. Isn't that beautiful? I actually have a hank of yarn that is close to these colorways. It is a rooster colorway. It is meant to be, it had something to do with roosters or chickens, and it had some of these same colors in it that I paid a lot of money for at a local yarn shop. So, and this is actually darker. It's, yeah, that's more accurate. When I come up here, it makes it lighter because the camera's trying to make sense of how dark it is, but that's more accurate right there. See, that red and that blue just go so beautiful together. I'm really loving the way the colors mixed together are looking. And then this is the one that was the glittery one. And this will be even prettier once it's washed because it won't be all like trying to kink up on itself. Do you see those colors in there? So like I said, I had a blue one that is the same shades of blue, and the fluff when I bought it was just shades of blue and green, but she also had the same blue and green. She just mixed red in with it, and these are the Alabama ones. These are the Maryland sheep and wool ones, which, I mean, that's fitting because those are country colors. And I guess these are Alabama colors. I don't know why, but they're from Alabama. So then and this is going to be self-striping. So you'll have bluey green or blue and red, and then gray, and then blue and green, and then gray. So this one will be self-striping. And these two are going to stay together in a set because they belong together. And these two absolutely could go together in a set because they were from the same fluff ball. These were packaged together, and they absolutely could go in a project together. And those might stay together forever. I'll put them back in their little thing so I know that these are the odds and ends. Although I do have to wash them. I have these to wash, these to wash. These are the nylon ones I made a couple weeks ago. I need to wash those. I still haven't washed those. I just hanged them up. And this is bits that I spun previously. So, yeah, this is 100% nylon. So, I have a big to wash list, but I just wanted to pop on and show you what those look like in the hank form, so you got a better idea, because when they're on the bobbin, I mean, you can get one idea, but like when they're put in a hank form, you truly get a better idea what they're going to look like when you work them up. So I just wanted to pop on and just give you a couple more minutes of footage and show you how beautiful those turned out. I don't know, like I really stumbled on something when I decided to pick up spinning, and I really feel connected with it, and I'm really, really proud of myself for creating yarn that looks that good for a beginner. I've only been doing this a couple months, guys. So with that, I will definitely let you go this time. I just wanted to show you how pretty that was, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.